The difference between a karma yogi who works with perfect equanimity of mind, making full use of his inner resources, with a spiritual attitude, and another person, maybe people whom you call the scourges of humanity, Genghis Khan, all these people. If you read their history, tremendous powers of mind, iron determination. But that iron determination, that strong will also really were hiding the seed of their own downfall. That is the main difference. You call Achilles' heel. But in the case of great karma yogis, you may call Lincoln. Well, the example that I can draw from American history comparable to Gandhi in a way is Lincoln, because both were politicians. And both acted in two different ways. One fought a war, the other was totally against fighting. But you find the ideal of working for the country, working for others, working for a noble cause, through war in the case of Lincoln, and through pacifism in the case of Gandhi. You can find they brought out their own hidden inner resources. So karma yoga is not something that we practice only in a temple or a church. It is an ideal that we practice in our everyday activity, whether you are a professor or a politician or a teacher or a factory worker. In all these areas, we can practice this karma yoga. Then there is another aspect that's also important. People who practice great freedom from weakness, those who were blessed with great powers of determination, great intelligence, frequently, as I mentioned earlier, they had within their own resources the hidden seed of their own downfall. I give the example. There is an ancient statement in Sanskrit. The statement is, Yepuman adhimethavi chaturnam ekamasnude alpayu anapatyova daridra paditopiva. The meaning of this verse is something very interesting. Adhimedhavi means a great genius in any area of a person who has achieved great things in life. But not as a karma yogi, with great ambition, with a great drive, great push, with a strong selfish motive, who may have perhaps, it is possible that those persons are not necessarily bad. You be a great military general, a great musician, a great painter, a great writer, a great businessman. All of them share one important characteristic: the ability to focus all their resources on one single area, which helped them to become extraordinarily successful in their own chosen profession, maybe business, industry, military strategies. And so you find Napoleon's powers of concentration are legendary. But this verse tells you they are extraordinarily gifted people. Atimetha. Metha means great intellectual power. The ability to focus all your intellectual resources on one point so that you will be able to achieve great things. That is the meaning of Atimethavi. But the point is, if they do not have a spiritual aspect in their life, if they don't follow a spiritual ideal, like this freedom from selfishness, this karma yoga ideal, the ability to look at success and failure, pain and pleasure, good and bad, for them, of course, with the same equanimity of mind. The ability to look upon success and failure with the same equanimity of mind, which is possible when you do whatever you are doing as a karma yogi. Now, if they don't do that, you know what happens? There will be one Achilles' heel, one serious problem. Because extraordinary concentration of resources on one area frequently leads to a slight imbalance of the personality. Sometimes they become eccentrics, sometimes they become psychopaths, with great resources, often they become scourges of humanity. So Lord Krishna says, all great gifts of mind and intellect should have another important aspect, that is a spiritual ideal, like unselfishness, freedom from selfish motives, the ability to do our duty with a sense of sanctity and sacredness. As you gave the example of Gandhi himself, even if he was dying, he was not crying. He chanted the name of the deity, the God whom he prayed all his lifetime. And with that he passed away. Not a very small thing to achieve. So these are examples of the benefits of practicing Karma Yoga, even in the lives of extraordinary people. In the ordinary life situations, it helps us to go ahead with our duties and responsibilities, with our normal family or social obligations, with a sense of sanctity. And once we do that, the reward is given by our own mind. Our mind remains totally free from anxiety and worry. When we bring this non-attachment, what we call the unselfishness element, into our duties and obligations.